Hi, it's me again. So I'm going to tell you birth story number 2. And that was my Mary. Mary was, I was planning on having my baby at home again because I was happy about that the first time. And I went to one midwife the whole time. And she turned out to be Breech. I kept feeling her feet down in my vaginal canal, and I was like, I still feel her kicking down there. And my midwife felt her and said, go get it, ultrasound. So I did, and sure enough, she was Breech. So my midwife really wanted me to, well, we did everything we could to try to get her to turn. I went to a hypnotherapist, and she did turn. And then I felt her right after I got up off the chair. She turned right back. There was a reason she was coming that way, and she was staying that way. And so then I would lay upside down every day towards the end of my pregnancy on like a slant board. I used my ironing board. I don't think you're technically supposed to do that, but I laid upside down because that's supposed to help the baby turn. You know, I don't know if they get confused, or I'm not sure what it is, but anyway, so supposed to help the baby turn the right way. Didn't. And that was pretty funny too, because I had that ironing board, like the best place to put it was against the couch in the living room, so every time anybody walked in the door, here I was laying upside down with this big pregnant belly. Anyway, so then the last thing I did was I just talked to her. I was trying to get her to turn, but she didn't want to turn. So I had my sister who had been taking a midwifery class and had learned about rubbing feet, foot zoning. She came over and she was going to try to find the pressure points to help the baby turn, because there's supposed to be a pressure point to help the baby turn. Well, we didn't have, we couldn't look it up on the internet then that I recall, or at least we didn't think of that. So she just rubbed all the spots in my feet, because she's like, one of these has got to help. Well, one of those did help, but it put me into labor. It didn't turn her. So an hour later, after my sister left, I had finally laid down for bed, and my waters released, and I was like, oh crap, I'm gonna have a baby. Which I was excited, but I was nervous because I didn't know what to do, because my midwife had said if she didn't turn, then she wanted me to go to the hospital, but I really wanted to labor at home. So I took a shower, and I was thinking positively, and I was telling the baby to turn. I was trying to feel safe and good. My midwife came over pretty soon after that. I can't remember when she came over, but I just remembered that she told me that I should go to the hospital. And I thought, well, I want to labor here first at my house at least. But I just didn't know. And I did have the impression to go ahead and have my baby just me. But I thought, are you crazy, God? Because I don't think that's a good idea. I felt nervous, like I wouldn't know what to do. And I didn't know if I'd be supported in that desire. Anyway, so I just went ahead with what my midwife said, and I went to the hospital. And when I went and had myself checked in, I had one doctor was on call, can't remember his name, and he let me labor for 18 hours. I tried everything. And the baby still didn't turn. But they were going to go ahead, and he said he would let the baby come, Breech, if, she came down. But everything was progressing well. I was dilating well. The baby just hadn't dropped down. She was still pretty high up. So he's like, unless she drops down and is going to come out, we're going to, just going to have to wait for her. So I tried sex. I thought semen might help the baby. They said, sometimes that helps with the baby. I tried relaxing. I was doing hypnobirthing through the whole thing. This is my first birth doing hypnobirthing, and I really liked that. And so that really helped take the edge off with the stress, because I was feeling a lot of stress since this birth was not turning out how I had planned. And with the hypnobirthing, it didn't take away my pain, but it took away, hi Joseph, it took away, you know, like, it just helped me relax through the pain. So maybe I didn't feel it as intense, I don't know. I know that I did feel things still, I was able to handle it and just kind of breathe through it, and it felt great to be able to have that hypnobirthing. I listened to my tapes the whole time. Like, I started it when I was at home, and as I drove to the hospital, when I got to the hospital, I just kept listening to my hypnobirthing tapes, and that totally just put me in a peaceful state of mind, even though there was a lot of panic and scary stuff going on around me, because I just didn't know what was going to happen. And birth is already an unknown, but then having your plans not turn out how you want them to, that was hard. Anyway, so after I labored for about 18 hours, then, don't jump on my bed. After I labored for about 18 hours, then my midwife said, you know, the doctor said, okay, I'm going to leave, a new doctor's coming in. And they kept telling me, you know, you should probably just do a C-section. I was like, no, I don't want to. I just want to go ahead and see if the baby will come. So in the end, a new doctor came on board, Dr. Lawrence, and she was like, listen, you know, I'm not like this other doctor, and I've got appointments to go to, so you either have this baby C-section or go home. And so I was like, whoa, that was scary. And I thought, well, I felt upset to have that ultimatum, but I just thought, okay, I guess I'll just go ahead and have a C-section. So the whole time I had been doing my hypnobirthing, I had a picture of Christ that I would look at, because I'm Christian. And I would just breathe and listen to the hypnobirthing and just feel that he was there helping me. And so I had them tape that picture up in front of me, that picture of Christ, so I could look at it while they were doing the C-section. And I really wanted my mother to be there, but she didn't get to come in with me. So my husband, who's now my ex-husband, came in with me, and he was there and videotaped. He didn't really stand by my side, though, because he was videotaping, which, you know, that's cool that he got to videotape, but I really wanted somebody there to support me. So the person there to support me was my anesthesiologist, and I loved him. In fact, I think I told him plenty of times. And since I was so sure I was going to have my baby naturally, I had eaten berries and stuff, so it did make me throw up, you know, during the birth. I felt sick. I didn't feel good. I didn't feel like I could breathe. Anyway, he was there and just comforted me. It was so nice to me. He said that the medicine might make me sick, and he was just so nice. Really wonderful person. God bless that man. And so I made it through the C-section, and the best part about it was, when my baby came out, I was sure it was going to be another boy, and it was a girl! So, that was awesome. So, it was a very hard but happy experience, and I was so excited to have a baby girl. Okay.